$9.97 a month. Sean Mike's coaching program, absolutely incredible. Everybody should be on it. $9.97 a month, or you can pay $99 for the year. And everybody in here should do that. Sean Mike, without the leadership of Sean Mike, Family First Life wouldn't be where it is. And honestly, most of us would have quit a long time ago. It was Sean's tenacity, it was Sean's way of thinking, it was Sean's push, it was Sean's inspiration, it was Sean's coaching. That's what caused us, most of us, at least me, I can speak for me, that's what caused me to keep going. And so having access to be able to ask any questions you want, not just about FFL, but about business in general. And the reason why he charges for it is because a lot of people that show up to it are outside of the insurance profession. And one of the best parts about the coaching is you get to see how he interacts with those folks. So I would encourage everybody, if you have not done so, you're hurting yourself if you haven't done this. Sign up for Sean Mike coaching program. Okay, and then that's it with the announcement. So what we're going to do is we are going to bring on Ali. Ali, if you turn your camera on.
Uh-oh, gotta turn the camera on?
Yes.
It's getting real, man. Right here.
Now, Ali is like the best salesperson I know. And I don't want to say he has a fear of public speaking because that would be messed up right before he's about to do some public speaking.
I do. I'm not a great public speaker. I would admit it right now.
All right. So for those that don't know you, Ali, just tell us a little bit about your background before you started with Family First Life. And then we're going to jump into exactly what you're doing, how, what, when, all that stuff.
All right. So background, very simple. You know, originally came from Pakistan. When I was 17 years old, lost my dad. Lost my dad. We didn't have money. So my mom somehow managed to get me a ticket. Came to the United States at age 17 or 18. And I worked at, you know, every job you can think of, you know, 7-Eleven, gas stations, limo driving, security. I did what I need to do to make sure my mom was taken care of. And then I went to car sales, sold cars for about 10 years, roughly. And then from there, I went to pest control industry, Terminex, service master. Now they are Western Exterminator or whatever they call it, rent to kill. I worked there for about 7 years, and then I met Ron Tolles. He was one of the consultants with me, and Ron decided to leave and join FFL. I just kept in touch with Ron. We were still good, very good friends. I decided to take a chance. I decided that I wanted to be my own boss because every time I needed time off to see my mom, she's 83 now, I had to go through so many hurdles, you know, so many obstacles to be able to take that week off. And I don't want to deal with that no more, you know. So I decided, yeah, I'm going to take a chance. I always did good in sales, so I'm going to go sell insurance. So that's what I did. So back in 2017 or 18, somewhere around there, I started part-time. 3 months into it, I left full-time, and I'm here. What, 5 years later? Still here with.
Well, thank God for that.
I gave
now,
Trey Ali headaches.
Well, and it's been amazing to watch the progress. For new agents, Ali, what do you think it is that's most important for new agents to have success? Because you've been on a recruiting tear lately. Your team, in fact, I'm sure you issued over 100,000 as a team. I gotta look that up.
I do a better job logging that stuff in, including my, you know, submitted numbers. So
yeah. Well, what do you think it is for new agents? What's the most important advice for somebody that's brand new, just now getting started?
I think when a lot of folks, when they come in the industry, you know, I guess we just have to realize this is a full-time job. This is like a business, right? So you can't come in and make this a hobby. You know, a lot of time people want to do part-time, which is fine. You know, that's what I did. But you really have to invest your time. Yeah, leads is another thing, but you have to really commit. And you have to make a schedule. Okay, if you work a full-time job, what day are you going to be here? You know, if it takes 10 hours, 12 hours. So it's a commitment thing. You know, what I see a lot of new agents, you know, they want to make all this money, but work ethic is not there. The commitment, the resilience, you know, that there's going to be a lot of bad days. There's going to be a lot of good days, but how do you handle those bad days? How do you overcome adversity? And that's what number one thing I'll tell anybody that, you know, ask me or work with me is there's going to be a lot of, you know, days it's going to be tough. You know, you're going to get hung up on. People are going to curse at you and you're going to have everything going wrong at your day. But are you really going to commit So you can't do this hour here, hour there. You're going to party, but you want to make a call in 30. It doesn't work that way. So your commitment, are you really ready to commit? I see, a lot of agents talk about how successful they want to be, all the goals. But when I see the work ethic, it's not that they don't want to work, but they don't know that it does take time. You have to commit to it. So commitment, I would say commit to it, invest time in it. And that's what number one thing I see. Commitment is not there sometimes.
So if you're having a bad day, what do you do?
You know, when I have bad days, I continue to move forward. There's days when everything goes wrong with my day. No matter how many dials I make, things gonna go wrong. Somebody's gonna charge back. You're gonna get an email that, hey, client didn't make their first payment. So you have to stay even kill. You can't get too high when things are great, and you can't get too low when things are bad. You have to learn to stay even kill. And that is one of my biggest problem was first when I started. I would get high when I did good, and when things got bad, I just wanted to give up. So I learned over the years, calling Ron Tolles, that you got to learn to just fly like in even pace. Like you can't go up and can't go down. Stay level-headed and
Yeah,
continue to just commitment. You can't control certain things. You can only control certain things. So what you can't control is make the dials. Make the dials. Talk to as many people as you can. It's numbers game. I'm a big basketball guy. So everything I talk about is basketball. If you sit there and you just don't take any shots, if Stephen Curry doesn't take any shots, is he going to make any shots? No. He could be the best shooter in the world, but if he only shoots one time and misses, it gives up. So what's going to happen next? Ball is not going to go on their own. You got to continue, take the shots, numbers game. It will work out. And so you can't give up. You're going to have bad days, rough days, good days, stay even kill. That is my advice.
now when you started Ali, I don't remember the exact details of how this happened, but I know that we had given you a bunch of old final expense leads, and they weren't old to you. You treated them like they were new. And I remember
Well,
you came out with so many apps. We gave you like 50 leads, and I don't know how you got so many apps out of it. Uh,
well,
that was incredible. So that's where you started. But was it a challenge for you to start investing in leads? And then how did you overcome that? And is it still a challenge?
yes, spending money is a it was a big challenge for me. I came from an industry where I just got a set schedule, do my thing, go home. But so this is your business, just like when you open a franchise, a hotel, or a gas station, whatever, you have to have inventory. So you have to get good in buying leads. You can't just, like you said earlier, you can't only sell so many cousins and brothers and sisters. You can't make new brothers and sisters every day. You're eventually going to run out of them. So you have to get good at buying leads. And I haven't had any lead vendor that I spent money, haven't at least got my money back. Normally double, triple my money. So you have to get good at buying leads. Yes, there's a fear, oh my God, I'm gonna spend $2,000 up front. I may not make anything. Yeah, but well, man that doesn't take risk doesn't have any gain, right?
Right.
So have to get good at investing. Just like, any type of business. Doesn't matter what type of business you're in. You have to be committed. You have to invest. And you just gotta get over it.
So how has FFL changed your life?
Man, FL changed my life in so many different aspects of life. I can spend time with my mom. I go back home twice a year. I see her. I'm able to. So my niece is 16 years old. She had cancer, and if I wasn't with FFL a few years ago, I don't think we would have saved my niece. She had leukemia. She was diagnosed with leukemia. I was healthy, and all of a sudden, bam, leukemia. Right? Things changed.
Mm.
That stuff costs money. It's real, right? So I was able to help my family without having any trouble. I helped and helped, and God, thank you and thanks God, and she's doing well. She recovered. And again, my mom, I'm able to see her twice a year. If I wanted to go tomorrow, I don't have to take anybody's permission. I can work from there, right? So I went back home last year. I worked from there. All I need is internet. And I committed to myself, there's a time difference. So I would spend time with them all day. And the nighttime at 9 p.m. was about 9:10 a.m. here. So I'll go in the room. I committed myself that, hey, I'm going to spend time with you all throughout the day. In the evening time after dinner, I'm going to commit myself to the business. And I sat in that room till 4 a.m. every day. And I made sure that I took care of my business. It's commitment. That's what it comes down to. Are you really committed, or are you just saying that you're committed? Action. I want to see action. And that's what I tell all new agents. Yes, talk is cheap. Show me that you're committed. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want to see action. If you don't call 10 hours a day and I don't hear any calls, you're not committed. You're not committed. And a lot of times people don't like that I'm blunt. If I'm investing in you, I need to see investment back from you. I can't just keep investing in you and nothing comes back. So let's put metal to the metal. Let me see if you're really committed. So that's, to answer your question. I go rumble other ways. So FFL changed my life completely. I'm able to travel the world with my Crystal. Crystal. We go
Yeah.
wherever we want to go. She's a physician, so she gets a good amount of time off. So we travel the world. I'm able to work from there. And if I was at Terminex, nothing against Terminex, I would never be able to travel the world like I do. So FFL has
Yeah.
opened so many different avenues for me. I just can't thank you enough for this industry.
Yeah, it has been incredible to watch the evolution of it for you. Um, what I'm curious about, how do you measure success for your week? Is it a certain amount of hours worked? Is it a certain amount of apps? Is it a certain amount of conversations? How do you say to yourself at the end of the week it's a good week? Do you have to issue a certain amount of business?
I have a number in mind that I like to reach. So if it's 30,000, that's my number every week. I try to at least do 20 plus, but I have a number in mind that I like to reach. And if I'm short, as long as I wake up every day and I put every single ounce of effort I have in this industry, I make calls, I'm taking care of my clients, I'm making sure they got their policies. If I come short, it's okay. As long as I can only, like I said, I can only control what I can control. So if I don't do 30 that week, I do 20, but I know I did everything right for that client. I'm happy with it. I'm fine. So, but there's a number. I like to do at least 20 plus. But if I don't do 20, as long as I take care of my clients, I'm happy with it.
Okay, I like that. So let's get into the actual leads and what you do, what you say, what your workflow looks like throughout the week. You work a lot of veteran leads, right?
Yeah, so I work veteran leads. I have worked every lead there is. I've
That's
tried
true.
veteran leads, fireman leads, nurse leads, any lead I've tried. So yes, lately I've been working the veteran leads. Yes.
Um, so with that, let's get into some of the language and some of the script and maybe like some of the structure of the day. Like when do you normally start dialing? And you dial yourself most of the time, correct?
So I do have a dialer that she helps me out, but my admin work, so I'm able to take care of certain things.
Hmm.
But I do dial. I like manual dials. I don't use any of the call burners and stuff. If it works for you all, it's great. I personally like to dial manually, like old school. That's what I do.
Okay.
So 9:30 I start and I dial manual dial. Everybody gets a manual dial, and I do call. I do call 4 or 5 times in a row. That might be a little excessive. But I call 4 or 5 times in a row. If they booked an appointment on my schedule, I am getting hold of you somehow. I'm emailing you, I'm texting you, I'm calling you 4 times in a row. It was important to you. What changed? I need to know what changed. So I'm
Okay.
here 9:30 till 8 o'clock at night when I'm working.
So you have dialers that'll book it. Now, is this true? Do you and Ron have the dialers get on Zoom with you? And then if they get somebody, they'll transfer them, or how do you do any
Yeah,
of that? Or
so yeah, we have a dialer. So Ron have his own dialer. So yeah, she does get on Zoom sometimes. So we keep in touch with our dialers, right? So if she does have a live voice, yeah, we want to talk to him right now. I don't want to schedule an appointment. Let's talk to him right now. I want to get to these leads faster than somebody else gets on these leads, because somebody else will call them eventually. So lead came in at 12 o'clock, 12:01, they're getting a call from me. I am giving them a call. So I'm on top of these leads as soon as they come in. You got to catch them
yeah.
early. So, but yes, my dollar will transfer calls instead of booking appointments. And if they're ready, I'm ready to speak with them right there
I
and then.
love that. So let's say I'm a vet lead. I'm 74 years old. I was in the Marine Corps and I'm in Kentucky.
Right.
So either you just dialed me or your dialer has started a conversation and transferred it. So let's say you dialed me and I just picked up. Like, how would that go? Let's role play
I
that.
would just keep it very simple. My script is very simple with final expense, mortgage protection, just little tweaks. I keep it simple. I don't keep them on the phone too long with my script. So I just say, hey, Trey, my name is Al. I'm getting back to you in regards to a form you had filled out in regards to the veterans life insurance. You had mentioned that your beneficiary is ABC. You said you are 59 years old and you are a veteran of the Marine. Is that correct, Trey?
Yes.
Okay. Trey, my job is very simple. I'm going to collect some information from you as far as what your needs are, what prompted you to fill this form out, what was your thought process. Number two, I'm going to go over your health to make sure I can find you the best home because every company operates slightly differently. And my job here is not to sell. My job is to find out what you're looking to achieve, and I'm going to help you achieve that goal with the right company and with the right product. Does that make sense, Trey?
Yes.
Okay, so number one, Trey, what prompted you? What was the thought process when you took the time to fill out your beneficiary information, your date of birth? What was the thought process? What caught your eye?
Well, I had a family member die recently, and the funeral cost almost $20,000 after everything
Yeah,
was said and done. And I realized that if something happens or when something happens, I don't have that money set aside, so I'm not getting any younger.
got you. Yeah, makes sense. And what I always do, I always repeat exactly what they've said. So, Trey, what I heard from you is you are wanting to make sure if God forbid something happens to you tonight, your family is not going to be out there doing car washes or GoFundMe accounts. Is that what I heard?
Yes,
Okay, so it's very
definitely.
important, guys. You have to repeat yourself so they know why they fill that out. Because life insurance, guys, is very different sale. This is not buying a brand new car. You're not going to leave anything shiny in their driveway. So you have to find out what their why is. You can't just become a quoting tool. Like you can't just say, well, here's a quote. You want to buy it? Good luck. 9 out of 10 times you're not going to have that luck. So what prompted you? Okay, if there's a beneficiary involved, so what I do, let's say if there's a Karen listed as a beneficiary. I say, okay, so you mentioned Karen is your beneficiary. What is your relationship with Karen?
That's my wife.
Okay, so as a husband, you want to make sure your spouse is taken care of. You want to make sure Karen's taken care of. Okay, I got it. I got it. All right, Trey, I'm going to do my absolute best, sir, to put you in the right position at the right premium. I'm going to make sure it's within your budget. We're not going to go a dollar more than your budget. I'm here to serve. I'm not here to put you in a bind. Fair enough?
Yes.
Okay, then
Thank
I
you.
basically go with the process. Okay, Trey, I'm going to ask you a few questions to make sure what product and what company is the right fit for you. Once we find something that makes sense for you, we are going to put an application to get you approved because hypothetical numbers are not going to help your wife. What's going to help your wife is putting that policy in place and make sure that premium is in with the insurance company so they will pay the claim if something happens. Make sense?
Yes.
The
Yes,
reason I
that makes
explain
sense.
that is I'm getting all objection out of the way first. I don't want to hear after 30 minutes, I don't have a bank account. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear it now. Okay, in order to do that, Trey, I'm going to need your first name, last name. They will ask for your social, your height and weight, driver license. Make sure you don't want to by FBI. Crack out of there. Okay, the next thing you're going to need is the name of your beneficiary. I have Karen here. And the last thing you are going to need, Trey, every insurance company want to make sure you're going to make the payment. And they do not allow credit cards. I can't take any cash out, or I can't take any whatever, MetaBank, whatever.
Venmo.
So they
Yeah.
will ask for a routing and account number. Does that make sense, Trey?
Yes.
Okay. If I get an objection, I'm overcoming it now. I'm not waiting 25 minutes to overcome that objection. I want smooth transaction. Okay. Okay, Trey, tell me about your health. Any heart attacks, strokes, cancers, liver, kidney issues. So I ask all those questions. So let's say if Trey's healthy.
No.
Okay, no, okay, perfect. So at that point, I'm going to ask, okay, are you wanting to cover your final expenses? Is that what your main goal is? Or what is your main goal with this? I think you already answered that. It was your spouse, right?
Yes.
At that
Yeah.
point, I won't offer them a term if they're 60 or 70 years old. I'll just give them a few options and I do educate them. I don't want any surprises. Somebody else call them and say, oh, there's another one policy available. So I'll give them the options. Okay, Trey, I'm going to give you a crash course and I won't bore you too much. There's three types of policies, no matter who you talk with. There's a whole life, There's a term insurance, there's index universal life policy. Do you know the difference between the three, Trey?
No.
Okay, let's start with whole life. Whole life, just like the name states, it's permanent. It's going to be there. You could be as old as Moses and it's going to cover you, Trey. Okay. And they all laugh at it. Ha ha ha. Okay. Number two, you can get a term policy. Term policy, just like the name states, it's good for 10, 15, 20, or 30 years. Typically, my clients who have a big mortgages and they're concerned about that mortgage, they want that policy. Okay. The third type of policy is index universal life policy. It's a lot aggressive than whole life, payments a lot less. You could use it as a permanent policy, but it also grows cash value that you can borrow from down the line. And they will ask you, how soon? How soon can I borrow? So you got to get the expectation right. No, you can't dip into it after first payment. The longer you let the money sit in there, the more cash value you will have. And the last thing, it has living benefits that could help out in case of critical, chronic, or terminal illness. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll give them, so which product do you want to, how do I ask? I'll say, what do you prefer? Something permanent, or do you want something that can expire on you? Most people are going to say, I want something permanent.
Permanent.
And if
Yeah.
I'm dealing with mortgage protection, then I'm obviously tweaking my presentation a little bit, right? So I'm tweaking my presentation or whatever their goal is. That's why I asked their goal in the beginning of the call. So I know where I need to head to, right? Now I educated them. Now a third party can't call them down the line and say, well, hey, I can do something cheaper, you know? And I also have before I let them go, I also kind of educate them what's going to happen next. So then I'll give them some options. I'll typically give them 2 to 3 options, and I tell them, I need your feedback, Trey, because obviously I don't know your budget. Unless you want me to go through every single bill of yours, I would like some feedback from you so I'm not wasting your time. Okay, so I'll give them a couple options and I ask them if they don't give me feedback. Okay, do any of this make sense, or do you need something totally different? Typically, they will give me a feedback and say, yeah, I can do second one. You know, I can do first one, or whatever the case may be. And one thing that I always do, guys, you know, I do, it works for me. I always say, guys, don't take this personal. Okay, I have parents, I have, you know, family. Can you keep up with this payment? After paying every single bill of yours, do you have more than enough available to keep up with this payment? And I give them an example. The first time you have a bad month, you have a tire that needs to be replaced, your water bill is off the roof, you cannot cancel this policy. If that's the case, this is too much. So I need a commitment from you that you can afford this without having any issues, 12 months out of 12 months. If I see any hesitation, I'm not selling the policy. I don't want to charge back. I don't want to waste my time. I'm very blunt. I'm nice, but blunt. It works for me. It may not work for you all. You guys can handle it however you guys want to. For me, I don't want to charge back. Yes, I do have chargebacks still, but not on wood. I have very good persistency, so I think that helps. When you being real with people, people can sense it, whether it's a phone call, Zoom call, or in person. People can see if there's crap coming out of your mouth or if you're really being sincere. They know. They've been approached by 50 other agents. You're not the last one. You're not going to be the first one. They've been approached.
That's a fact.
So, so I was telling all my agents, and anybody ever calls me, what makes you different? What makes Ali different than, I don't know, 50 million people are working in Kentucky? If we're all going to be just doing the cheapest payment, that makes no sense, right? So what makes you different? So I try to stand out by making sure that it's within their budget. If they tell me my budget is $90, I'm showing them something for $70. I don't care if they told me 90, I'm going under that. And I tell them why I did that. And people always tell me, man, you're the first one. Everybody else wants to tell me a policy. You keep telling me not to buy the biggest policy. I'm not saying you guys need to do that. It works for me, and that's just how I overcome it. And if they say, yes, I can do second option, I ask that question. If I get a good response from it, I say, okay, Trey, the next step is we need to, you know, request coverage, because the insurance company is going to look at you and make sure you're a good fit based on the answers you gave me. And then I don't ask any questions. I'll say, okay, what is your date of birth? I'm typing stuff in while I'm talking to them. What is your social? So I'm keep moving along. I don't chitter chat too much. I'm friendly. You should be friendly, but you're not trying to be their best friend. So
Yeah.
And if there's any hesitation on their health part, let's say if they had, let's say, diabetes, and typically when you ask, have you ever been prescribed gabapentin? Even though sometimes people, you know, what we're prescribed, they don't take it, they'll say no. So you have to ask certain questions to make sure you're not wasting your time with the wrong carrier. If I have a doubt, then I always say your best option is, for example, Mutual of Omaha. And I'll say second option is Royal Neighbors of America because of neuropathy, if I have a feeling that they may have neuropathy also. So you also have to be careful. You have to be quick pivot. You can't oversell them on something and now you backtracking. Most likely they won't listen to you at that point. So you have to be professional. You got to be quick. Okay, hey, option A, this is your best option, and option B is your second best option. I just want to be transparent with you up front. Obviously, I can't control your medical record. And when you ask, Trey, does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
makes sense.
if they say doesn't make sense, I'm figuring out what's not making sense, right? I'm figuring that out. It's my
Right.
job to figure out why is it not making sense for them. And that's just what I do. And I just go over my application. And most of the time, I don't get any friction on bank account because I've 10 minutes ago I already told you I need your bank account.
Right.
I let them know I
How
don't
do
need
you,
none of that.
so after you've entered it in, I've been approved, how do you firm it up at the end? How do you end the call
It's very
typically?
simple. I keep it very simple. You guys might be surprised. So I tell them one thing. I tell them, listen, man, I've been doing this long enough and you're older than me. You're 70 years old. You know, at some point, somebody's going to call you, try to sell you more insurance, right? Right, Joe, or whatever.
Yes.
You know, I would also tell them, hey, back in the day, they used to sell vacuum cleaners, door knocking. Now the door knock and sell you life insurance. So at some point, you're going to speak with somebody else. And I do not have any problem you speaking with whatever person you want to talk to. I just need one commitment. If something comes through your door or mailer or phone call and it sounds too good to be true and you want to jump ship, just call me. Put me on a three-way call with that person and let the best man win. And I'm confident I'm doing the right thing, so I have nothing to hide, you know? And I
Yeah.
tell them that up front, and trust me, I get calls. Hey, I got this guy offering me this policy, $9.99 for Colonial Penn. I go, okay, no problem. Put me on the line with them, and I professionally ask questions. Hey, my client have Mutual of Omaha or Aflac at this moment. What are you offering my client? I want to make sure we're doing the right thing for them. End of the day, we're here to help this client. So tell me what you're offering my client. And 9 out of 10 guys, they're trying to pull kind of some kind of fast one, Globe Life that goes up every 5 years, term that goes up every 5 years. And I can figure that out very quick. It's been, I've been doing this for 10 years almost. So
Yeah.
that helped me a lot too. And I send thank you card. I send birthday card. I'm in their ear after a week. Did you get your policy, Trey? I'm in their ear. I want to make sure they talk to me every 2, 3 months. They're talking to me somehow. Then I send referral letter. I have a campaign that I do, send referral letter. So that's how I kind of keep in touch with my clients. So my face is on it, my picture is on it, big old mug is on it, so they know, the double the egghead. So they always reach out to me if they have a question. That's how I overcome it. That's how I solidify. I never tell any of my clients, hey, don't talk to anybody. No, I don't want to tell them that. Why am I telling them not to talk? Go talk to anybody you want, but tell me one thing that you will call me and allow me to watch your back. You gave me your social, you gave me your banking info, you obviously trusted me. So trust me with one more thing and call me, put me on the call. There's no trick to, I don't play any tricks. Keep it simple, keep it upfront, keep it honest. That's it.
Wow. I see why so many people buy from you. I'm ready to buy. Shoot, I have a license. I can sell it to myself. I'm ready to buy from you. Um,
But yeah, guys,
now,
that's about
now
it.
recently, and you've dabbled in recruiting over time, but you've really turned it up recently. Warm market, people in your local area.
Yeah, family members.
Yeah. So now, now for those of y'all, this is important. I think we should talk more about this, but my belief is the future of Family First is really about you getting 20 people in your backyard to make sales together over the phone. If Ali had 19 people like him, that would be $1 million a month in premium. Like, obviously, he knows how to do it. And the thing with warm market is they know you, they like you, and they already trust you. And because we can do this over the phone, people can do it from Kentucky all over the country. And so you've got quite a group that's growing there in the Louisville area. So what's been going on with that? Like, how are you
You know,
recruiting these?
I've taken a back seat on recruiting for many reasons, my own fault. I was trying not to do business with family, or friends even for that matter. But lately, I have a good partner, Connor. I'm sure you heard about him, right? He's very
Yeah.
hungry, motivated, young guy. He's a fireman. He's killing it. So he has a lot of, friends and family. We've been talking to them, and a lot of my, my Crystal's sister, brother-in-law, they all been, asking me questions for over the years, but I never forced anybody. If they want to work, I show them what this job can do for you. So lately that's been working out. He has friends. We talked to his friends. A couple of people have reached out to me, and I've been focusing on recruiting side a little more. So it's all about it's all about your commitment, right? So I've been committing myself more, at least not where I need to be, but at least hour a day, couple hours a day to reach out to some folks. I have obviously some relationship out to other IMOs that I try to see if I can bring them on. So it's all about talking to people, right? Not everybody's a good fit, and you don't have to be upset if somebody's not a good fit. It's okay. Everybody have different goal in life, right? They all don't want to buy leads and be on their own business owner. It's not for everybody, right? So I try to keep it very simple and honest approach with everybody. Just like with my customer, I'm honest with agents. Hey, this is a great opportunity if you want to build some type of legacy for your family, right? It's hard work. It's not easy. I thought everybody will be doing it, right? It's not everybody's gonna be good fit. So talk to people. Don't just hire anybody. It has to make sense, right? So I've been focusing more on talking to more people about this opportunity.
Yeah.
I've taken a
I love
backseat for
that. And
years, and I should have done this sooner, but I'm trying. I'm trying to get back at it, trying to talk more, invest my time more into it.
well, Connor's been a godsend in so many ways because in you, it really flipped a switch. Like I could see it. I think back to one of the first people you recruited, and you had to drag that guy everywhere. Just like it was like that
Yeah,
was not even somebody that should have even ever gotten his license. But then you get somebody like Connor that really wants to do it. Like you've been straight up. You tell him it's a lot of work. You tell him it's hard. You tell him it's not for everybody. You tell him you got to buy leads, and then he's just doing all the stuff with a good attitude, and that's what makes it so refreshing. I mean,
correct.
one Connor can fix a lot of you. It'll make
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
to do it a
exactly.
thousand more times. So,
Exactly. I mean, he
uh,
has all the talent in the world. I can take him, show him what we have available. End of the day, it's his effort. I don't take any credit. I show him the way. I say, Connor, this is what needs to be done. This is what I think you should do. And rest is on him. And anybody else, you guys have agents, you guys can't force somebody to sell. If they don't have it, they just don't have it. Don't take it personally. They just don't have it. And one thing I try to do with everybody, I'm not the best at recruiting. I try to keep a very simple, honest approach. I am not here to put you together, man. This is real numbers right in front of you. Whatever number you want to see, I'll show you. But if you're not willing to commit, and I tell all, I was talking to Connor earlier about the same thing. If these guys are not really willing to commit and show you that they're serious, I'm not ready to give them my time anymore. I will back off and let you run your program and just keep that approach. Talk to people and be selective who you work with, I guess. But Trey, you know more than I do about that. I'm not the greatest at it, but I try to find the right person. So
well, you definitely spelled it out good. And one of the things I think today, it's a lot like how mortgage protection was in 2016, because
yeah,
there's a ton of opportunity. And where that opportunity is in the virtual sales and the phone sales is the fact that you can get a lot of warm market close by, and they can build across the country. So, there was a time we're from San Bernardino County, California, that Ali used to live out here,
yeah.
and there were only so many leads. I mean, you got
Oh
five of
yeah.
us in one area. We couldn't recruit any more of our friends. We were geographically bound. But now, I mean, you can recruit all of Connor's friends, and birds of a feather flock together. And there's never been an opportunity to do it as big and as fast as what you're getting ready to do. And I can see it. In fact, I'm coming out there on the 18th through the
Yep.
21st to Louisville. We're going to do an event with Ali's group on the night of the 19th. And if any of you guys have people in Louisville or Kentucky, just reach out to me, and I'll make sure that I get them in my calendar for the 19th. And I'm
Even
curious too,
Indiana.
John.
Indiana's
I'll
close
help you
by.
recruit them.
Cincinnati's close by. There's a lot of states close by.
So, and we're going to do a getting started right training that night. Uh, Reach out to me, group text, whatever. My phone number, let me know, 760-680-0626, and I will do my best to help y'all recruit those folks. So there's more than enough to go around, believe me. Um, any parting words, Ali? Anything you want to leave us with?
As far as what about the business and stuff?
Yeah.
Man, I'm probably disappointing you all. You probably thought I'm gonna give you some secret to all this. There is no secret, guys. It's all hard work, man. You gotta get to the phone. If you don't get to the phone, talk to these individuals. You're not gonna sell me insurance. Trust me, I'm not an easy buyer. You're not gonna sell me. So a trader's not gonna buy from you. So you gotta commit. That's all I can tell. And I'm repeating myself over and over because I see so many talented people that can make millions of dollars, but they just don't commit. They just think that they're gonna come in one day and we're gonna give them 50 grand a month and say, "Hey, you go, man, 50 grand a month." There you go. No, there's a commitment that needs to be shown. And I'm not here to, when I work with somebody, I tell them get on Zoom. Let me hear you out. I'm not here to give you a hard time, but I can kind of critique you, help you, guide you. So it's all commitment. So if you and also with customers, keep that simple approach, man. People are tired of being sugar-coated. Trust me. These people that you're dealing with are 70, 80 years old. Some of these people went to, I don't know, wars for us, right? They don't need another guy bull crapping in their ear. They need honesty. Just tell them, dude, what's your main goal today? And just give them the best solution. And if they don't buy, you did the right thing. Don't try to be slick. Don't go with overpriced policies to make $100 extra commission. Just do the right thing, man. Just tell them what's the best thing they can get. And trust me, this money is going to follow you. They're going to give you referral. They're going to stick with you. People can see bull crap miles away, especially when these guys they have years of service records. They've fought for us. Why are we bullshitting? Even if they're not veteran. People can see crap. So be upfront, be honest, put them in the right place. If America is the right place, go to America 10 every day. If Mutual Omaha is giving a better price, go with Mutual Omaha. Do the right thing. And I see so many other people, sometimes we just want to do commission, and then they get charged back. Oh, this business don't work. No, you don't work. It's you. It's not the customer. You go with America for everything. Yeah, they're going to get charged back. Why don't you go with Mutual Omaha? They're $30 cheaper sometimes, right? And I'm not telling America's a bad company, guys. Don't get me. I don't want to get fired tomorrow. America's a great carrier. What I'm saying, do the right thing for your client. That's all I'm saying. If America's a right company, go with them. No problem. That's all I can say. Nothing else I can give. I don't want to get paid calling here, dude. Why you were saying
No,
that?
it's sound advice. And you're never gonna go wrong doing the right thing for the client. So thanks for doing this for us, Ali.
Yeah, no
Look
problem.
forward to seeing more and more of your success. I know you're gonna hit Hall of Fame probably next week. So congratulations for
Yes, sir.
for multiple times. I third or fourth time you hit it. So uh thanks for jumping on. We'll have another great call next week. Hey, Wednesday, by the way, we're gonna have Steve Buslog from Transamerica talking about the new final expense product they have on this Zoom room at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. In the FFL National Text group, I put the graphic out and we'll promote that some more. I'll put it in Discord and on our Telegram and on WhatsApp and in the Facebook group. So look out for that. It's going to be an excellent final expense product. I know Ali's going to sell a ton of it. It has a text
Oh, yeah.
signature and they take a bunch of really difficult things level. So it's going to be great. And it pays the best comp of any
There you
product
go.
we have, I believe. So,
Perfect.
and it's priced like Transamerica would be priced. So these are all good things. Does anybody else have a question to ask Ali? Michael, you have any questions for Ali? Marisa?
I thought he did a great job. I think he made it very, very simple. So I love it. Made it
Thank you.
very easy. Thanks, Ali.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Well, good work. You guys make it a great week, and we will talk to you all again soon. Thanks for
All
getting
right,
on.
guys. Take care.
Good job, Ali.
Thank you. Take care.